Once you're already in JIRA, you will see this screen. This screen is a really simple report about the status of what we'll say about now a project. As you can see, there are 3 columns. First column containing what is to be done, so the column to do. The second one is the column in progress, and the last one is the column of done, where will be gained at the end everything that is already done, the work done. What we have now today on the screen, it's a sprint. It's a new phase of the project, a new delivery of the work done. This sprint has some information displayed on the project board. So the name of the project is Genesis, and this is the main board of the project. The name of the actual sprint, or the volume of work that should be done at this moment, is Genesis Inception. We have also a small comment, a small description of the objective of this sprint. Not at the end, we have a short information about start date and end date of the project. This pop-up information window will come on the screen when you will go with the cursor of the mouse on this message and wait just a second. On this screen, as you can see, we have more cards. Each card is defining one or a group of activities that should be completed by one responsible. You will see, first of all, a short description of the card. You will see, in our case, an epic, and of course the duration, the priority, and the type of the card. In our case, it's a user story or shortly story. Note at the end, we can identify the name of the card and of course, who is the responsible. In the case of this task, of this card that it's already in progress, you will see it's assigned to me. Let's introduce just a little bit the concepts, the main concepts we'll have in JIRA. At the beginning, we'll have the project. The name of the project is Genesis, and into one project we'll have the group of activities that should be done, grouped or kept in a project backlog. Periodically, we'll take few issues from the backlog and group them into volumes to be done into an amount of time. The group of issues, actions that we should fulfill into a predefined time, again, is named as a sprint, like in athletic contests. In our case, we have already defined 1, 2, 3 sprints. And of course, there is no other issue in the backlog. When we want to create a new issue, we push the Create Issue button, and this issue will be automatically created into the backlog. We can push new and create new issues also starting from so-called epics. An epic is a big group of issues that can be fulfilled in one or more sprints. In our case, we have defined 7 issues in the group of German headquarter actions, and we have defined another 7 issues in a Romanian subsidiary actions group, or epics. You can see really easy the epics with different colors in a special column visible here. So we have project that has one or more epics. Each epic can have one or more stories or user stories. Each user story can have one or more subtasks. We can see the subtasks of a given story when we'll select the story. So once we select the story, on the right column here on the screen, we can see a lot of information about this user story. We can identify few remarks or description. We can see to whom is this issue assigned, and we can change the assignment of the issue. We can see who created or reported the issue, the estimated time, and of course the time tracking. How many time was already spent into the context of this issue. Not at the end we'll see the name of the sprint, the priority, and we can choose one of predefined list, one from the predefined list of priorities. And of course, we'll see all the time a history of activity based on some comments or actions that were already done. Of course, as I said, you can identify for the story one or more subtasks assigned to one or more team members, as you can see here. Selecting the active sprints menu item here on the left, you will see which is the active sprint and which is the status of cards, of tasks, of issues that we already define.